Bring in U.S. Representative Tim Burchett, a Republican from Tennessee. Happy Friday morning to you, Congressman. What say you? How about renewing your vows under the rarity of a solar eclipse on Monday?
Well, I'm a hopeless romantic. I hope it all works out for him. My wife and I are very happy. I married my wife, and she was a widow, and I was county mayor back then. And in Knoxville, Tennessee, was one of the hot spots, and we had our little girl with us, and it was down at Concord Park. It was a memorable occasion. The lights all went out, and then the street lights came on, and then the birds started chirping.
An eclipse of your own, just a different kind when all the lights went out for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any plans for Monday? Are you watching it from anywhere special?
Knoxville, Tennessee, ma'am, the most special place in America.
In the world. Hey, speaking of otherworldly phenomenon, you recently made some pretty bold statements on News Nation's podcast, Reality Check with Ross Coldhart. We played some of them this week. You say the Bible mentions extraterrestrials. Okay, Burchett, tell me the verses. Where is this in the Bible? Gotta know.
Well, you kind of caught me flat-footed. I don't have my Bible, but Genesis 1, God created the heavens and the earth. And then you go into Ezekiel chapter 1. Ezekiel saw the wheel. And you got to remember, a wheel back in biblical times was the most technologically advanced thing that there was that you could compare it to. And it talks about a wheel within a wheel, which is traditionally what we talk about when you talk about a UFO. But I think it's pretty well accepted that there's something else going on, and if you think we're the best that God can do, I think that's a whole new level of arrogance. And I'm often asked, why don't UFOs come to Washington, D.C.? Well, mainly because there's no intelligent life down here.
No, you didn't. I'm speechless. Dadgummit. Dadgummit, Burchett. Okay, you say it doesn't contradict your Christian faith, though. This actually strengthens it? How so? Yeah.
Well, if you go out every night and look at the stars, I mean, infinity's a long way off. You know, it's the light from those stars literally leapt there before the time of Christ. I just think God, in His infinite wisdom, has created. He's probably created many worlds. I don't question it. It doesn't damage my faith one bit. If it really doesn't. I find it fascinating every time. You know, we find new life forms on planet Earth every few weeks or so. Some scientist is finding some new lizard somewhere or something else. You know,
a lot of mysteries. Yeah, I think a lot of mysteries that we'll have to ask God about at the pearly gates. Last quick question for you. We're expecting more hearings on the horizon, more whistleblowers. What are you hoping for?
Well, we're having more whistleblowers, and the more that they put people in charge that say nothing's going on. I keep saying, you know, it's not about little green men. We can joke about that and flying saucers. That doesn't affect anything. The reality is, what are we spending these tens of millions of dollars on since 1947? And why won't they release these reports? And when they do, why are they so heavily redacted? They look like somebody shot them with a 12-gauge shotgun. You know, that government, the American public pays this money to our government. We need transparency. And you all as journalists, that should be your focus as well. Let's have some transparency. Turn loose all the facts. These whistleblowers.
We're keeping a spotlight on it, sir. Yeah, we're trying. We always appreciate your time, especially on a Friday morning. You keep me on my toes, that's for sure. Thank you, as always.
You got the coolest name in media, I'll tell you that.
Thank you very much. I'll pass that along to my parents. See you later. Have a great weekend, my friend.